Okay, so y'all gonna have to do the chart with me because I was very busy this weekend, and I just did not get a chance to go look at the chart yesterday because with the new moon in Virgo, I made it my business to clean my whole house, and I'm successful in that. Okay, let me bring this over here. My Mercedes is a lot of you niggas hit the lottery, niggas. Speaking of hitting the lottery, your girl Sheba went ahead and won the audience choice vote at the showcase. Remember, I was talking to y'all about doing the showcase. Oh my God, I won. I won. So that's a blessing. And also want to go ahead and put out there that we are starting a karaoke night at Mister's Red Room here in Houston. And that is going to pop off on September the 7th. So I'll probably do rotating karaoke night and then open mic on alternating weeks because my DJ is also a firefighter and he does have to work at the fire department on some nights. So we're going to do that. Let me turn this down a little bit because it's probably not too loud over here, but Jay-Z is kind of fucking with me. The rap guys, you see it. Excuse my vagina, etc. Okay, so let me look at this chart real quick. Real quick. Okay, we have Mars still square to the sun. Woo! And then we also have Neptune opposition the moon. Yes, it is kind of an emotional day. You know, Neptune has a way of really getting, I want to say getting into your head, but fucking with your head, you know, because it is the planet of like dreams and visions. And being that it is in an opposition with the moon, which is, and I was going to say that Neptune also is the ruler of Pisces, which is a water sign. And then being in opposition with the moon, which also kind of represents water and your emotion. The moon is ruled by Cancer. It's gonna be some emotional times. And the card for today is the Ace of Cups in reverse. So it's all kind of lining up here. And I feel like what we're seeing is an opportunity, though, because what people don't realize is your tears are literally magic, or they activate your manifestation because it's your emotion that signals to the divine, to the universe. Because remember, that is an unseen energy. Your emotions also are unseen. So when you're feeling something, it then connects with that unseen energy and it allows it to go like this. Okay, we feel you, we're connected. So what is it that you're asking for? So that's why when we talk about watching your vibration, we're really talking about watching how you feel, because the universe was responding to how you feel. Like, yes, okay, your words matter, your actions absolutely matter, but how you feel is like so important. It's so important. It's so important. Hello, viewer. Hello, viewer. If you can, if you're feeling confident enough, a lot of times people will come by and not say anything. If you feel like you want to go ahead and tell me where you're viewing from and who you are, you can do that. Um, so we're gonna get into the cards. But yeah, like it was a really cool weekend. I went ahead and won the showcase. Like I was so surprised, and I think part of that is because that's what I've always been kind of working on through the whole journey, is just like seeing myself as I really am. And part of that is because my Chiron, which is like your life's greatest wound, your unhealable wound, the thing that is always going to be popping up on you, is in my first house in Gemini. And, Gemini is about communication. And so being in my first house of self, it has affected the way that I have seen myself. So even though like other people would see me as something, I was just talking to my friend Fallon about this. She always was like, "You're so cool, and you're so this, and you're so that." And I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you sure I'm so cool? Are you sure I'm so this and that?" And it's kind of because of that. So like that's been one thing that I've been working to overcome this whole time, is just like seeing myself as other people see me. And I have this prayer that I pray. Um, I asked the divine, I say, I want to see myself the way you see me. So generally when that happens, I will, have people come through and like give me compliments, or, say certain things about me, and it will confirm what the divine sees in me. So I was excited to win, because it was like, it was like my 3-year-old self was winning. And I cried and stuff because I'm emotional. But again, what are we talking about? When you are emotionally blocked, when you're emotionally blocked, you're also blocking yourself from your own power and your magic, because the magic is in the emotions. So let's get into these cards and see what they want us to know about this subject. And you may notice that like I changed a little bit, because at first I was, kind of coming up with the topic before I showed up on the video, but like I don't know, sometimes I want to be a little bit more free. So this allows me to be a little bit more free. And I have not painted my fingernails yet, but if you judge me, then you're really judging yourself. So anyway, okay. I am calling in the support of my angels, ancestors, guides, ascended masters, my heavenly Father, my creator who lives in me. Hallelujah. I'm at peace. I'm at ease. I honor and see myself. I agree to find the path, stay the course, trust the process, and enjoy the journey. Amen, amen, amen. All right, Spirit, what you want us to know? What do you want us to know about blocking our emotions and not allowing ourselves to be human, which is to feel? Now, here's the thing. You do want to be in control of your emotions. You do want to be in control of your emotions, because really, when you're not, that's how you give your power away. That's how you give your power away. Like when you blow up, or you get angry, or you explode, which I have done a multitude of times in my life, because I'm an emotional person. And also being that my 10th house is in Pisces, which I'm really, really looking forward to going into this full moon workshop on, I think I'm going to do it on September 11th in the afternoon, but it is full moon Pisces. So I'm looking forward to talking about Pisces energy and, helping people figure out which house Pisces falls in for them and what they need to release so that they can embody the highest vibration of Pisces in that area of their chart. So for me, it's my 10th house, my house of career. And one thing that has always, always, always been a thing for me is, taking on other people's emotions and not being able to determine what's me and what's them. That's not something that I learned, you know. So I would be frustrated and, all kinds of shit. And somebody I know once told me, like, you have to create a shield when you're sensitive like that. And it's true. It's definitely true. So sometimes I put myself in a little bubble and just smile. And I'm like, that's not me, because I don't feel like that. Me and my daughter have that a lot. Like when she's overwhelmed by something or frustrated, I'm like, I can't, because she's very, very, very like powerful emotionally, very much. We had a fun time this morning. I'll probably post those videos on my Jehoshua page. Okay. Oh, the 5 of diamonds, the 7 of spades. and the Jack of Hearts. So what is this saying in regards to being emotionally blocked? Okay, so the first thing I kind of am, hello, thank you for the like. The first thing that's kind of coming up here is a while back I had done a reading, one of these, where I was talking about the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles has like a man and a woman, and they're walking around in like snow. And I kind of mentioned like that our society, especially in the Black community, was sort of operating off kilter because what we're doing is allowing um, patriarchy or refusal to be emotional instruct and lead us and guide us versus allowing ourselves to soften and to be in a space of sensitivity. And seeing that here with the Seven of Spades is, and we've got the Jack of Hearts here, which is like a fresh renewal of emotion or being vulnerable, allowing yourself to open up. This Seven of Spades is talking about being sneaky, hiding, and lying. This is a very manipulative energy when it is not operating at a high vibration. So I feel like what is really coming out here is pretending not to feel, just like I was even saying before, pretending not to feel hinders you from getting what it is that you actually want. Consider how many times you have pretended that you didn't care about somebody or something and you lost it because you weren't open, or even asking for help, even getting to the point where you're just like, okay, I need help. Like, how many more opportunities do you receive if you are vulnerable? So I feel like what we're really talking about is vulnerability. So let's get into the tarot cards and find out why we need to be vulnerable. What are we supposed to be doing with our vulnerability? And remember, these cards be for me too. So, and that is all behind me. Well, even I can, what's the word I'm looking for right here? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but I'm trying to say, here's what I'm trying to say. I can use my going to the showcase as an example of my vulnerability because I wrote that song and I sang the song and it wasn't perfect. I was even pitchy when I sang it and like I was beating myself up about it, but I was honest and I went and sang the song and the people saw me and they felt my energy and they were like, we love this. So it's like, I was going to talk myself out of going, but doing that opened me up for more opportunities. I have some people I need to email today about doing some music with them. So like the thing that you're hiding, whether it be how you feel about something or someone, is really the thing that if you bring out will provide you with more opportunities. So let's see what else. No, I like it like this because I want them to see the desk. Thank you, Terrence. Na, 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 na. I want them to see the cards. I want to show the cards. I'm trying to show the cards versus myself. Thank you, my son. I mean, this is about the cards. This isn't about me. Like, let me find out you thought that I was not knowing. Oh, my baby. All right. Thank you. Have a good day at school. All right. What else about vulnerability? I'm trying to get my son to get on the song with me. He told me no. Oh, I also wanted to acknowledge that we have now, and this is beautiful growth. We now have 9 Twitch followers. What a blessing. What a blessing that we now have 9 Twitch followers, because remember I had 0 at one time, and that is growth. And I appreciate all growth, all of it. I don't know if my internet is acted up or not. Make some noise. Get into it. We had an internet outage yesterday, so if it is acted up, I'll just delete the video. But yeah, it seems to be spooling. I don't know. I ain't gonna trip on it. Okay, what else about vulnerability? Okay, there it is. Ooh, the 5 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there it is. Now it's acting up again. Let me find out that I've been fucking up this whole time. I'm sick of this shit. I think I'm gonna find a new internet service provider. I'm tired. I can't take it. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. I think I already know what's happening here. Besides, my internet is messing up. Besides, my internet is acting up. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Okay. Like, come on, man. Let me go to the YouTube and see if it's doing the same thing. Probably so. But once again, like, you know, it is what it is. Oh, it looks like it's on YouTube. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So I don't know what's happening there. But anyway. Yes, that's the jam. Okay. So let me get one more card here, and then we're gonna talk about it, because baby, we're looking at major light suppression right here, and lack. So I had a conversation with my son yesterday, and the Page of Pentacles. Here we go. I had a conversation with my son yesterday where we were talking, and I drew him a picture. I always draw pictures for him whenever it comes to like me teaching him about vibration and stuff. There's a bee on my queen bee. That's me. Anyway, so I was talking to him about lacking, and listen to me. When you are vibrating at a space of lack, you're not going to get more stuff. Like, I don't know how to explain that any more clearly. Like, it's like being in a bubble, guys. So your emotions are like at the core or the center of the bubble. And what you feel is like you're like a radio wave inside of this bubble, right? So like it's like radio waves going out. So if you're giving out toxicity, if you're giving out lack, guess what is going to happen to you inside the bubble? So there are things that are trying to come into your experience, and they're trying to be with you and trying to land and be like, boom, I'm here with you. I'm on, you on, but you're vibrating like gross. Okay. There's no other way for me to say it. So like there's a blockage. So what you actually want cannot come to you because there's too much negative ions or whatever in front of you. So like you have to fix the way you feel. You're not going to lose anything by changing how you feel or showing up and being honest. Like I had somebody pop up in my inbox last week, and they were like, you have to be more vulnerable and say how you feel about this now. I'm like, I'm fairly vulnerable. Like when I do these videos, sometimes like I have, once again, 185 of these, and probably in 20% of them, I'm crying because I'm emotional, just like I was telling y'all at the showcase, I was crying. So we've got the conflict that comes from you letting go of, we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Look at how she's holding on to that, Lord, onto that pentacle in the front. It's mine. It's the only thing I've ever had. And sometimes the only thing you've ever had is your negative vibration. Sometimes the only thing you've ever had is your coldness, is your hardness, is the fact that you're like, I'm a G. I don't cry. The same friend that I was talking to about, she told me I was so cool and whatever. She also used to be like, I'm a G, I don't cry. And so we would talk to her and be like, it's okay for you to be softer. It's okay. Like, you're not going to lose anything by softening up. You only gain by softening up, because you know what happens when you soften? And this is back to what we were talking about too, even in the five of diamonds or five of pentacles. When you soften, you get into a receiving position and things are able to come to you. Here's another problem. The sun card is in reverse. So you're not turning on your light. You're being overcome by darkness, which is what happens whenever we see this conflict card too. There's a battle generally in the mindset. Hey, Google, go to the next song. Generally in the mind. So you can't be afraid to start small, even if that just means that you start sharing with your friends. You don't necessarily have to show up and tell the world. I have a lot of clients, we do camera confidence, and we're talking about, getting on camera and sharing your story and telling your truth. And there are things that people still feel like, I want to keep that close to my chest. I don't want to share that yet. Well, being vulnerable doesn't mean that you tell everything. Who said that vulnerability meant that you bare your whole entire soul? It just means that you share more, that you're more open, because as you do that, you will become more confident in sharing. And you'll get to the point where you're like, I don't really care what people think about what's happening. I just need to talk about it. So like that's why people go to like support groups or like AA and shit like that, because like being able to share is so important. It's so important. So don't be afraid to start with a few pieces. Hey guys, this is something that happened to me. And, I want to talk about it. So, like last night, we were talking about my son wants to name one of the cats, after this ex boyfriend I had. And he actually did something to me that was, pretty traumatic. And so the kids were like, well, what happened? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it. And it's not because I feel like I'm ashamed of what happened, but I just feel like sharing that with my children is like, it's pretty big. Like, I don't want to have them looking at me like any different, because I'm their mother, and I don't want them to then have animosity towards a person that they don't know and will never matter. So anyway, we're going to get some more cards here in a minute. Let me sip this coffee. So if you're in Houston, I hope to see you at 2 upcoming events. I want to see y'all at Mr.'s Red Room on September the 7th, but I also want to see y'all at the Poolside Networking. The location is private, so you will not know where we're going to be in our swim clothes unless you purchase a ticket. We cannot just be putting the information out there. Excuse us. Okay. Thought I'd get you. Okay, because I have a lot to do today, as usual. But look at that, 6 cups. I love that card because it reminds me, and the Magician in reverse, not recognizing your magic. The 6 of Cups always reminds me of being youthful and drawing on your magic from when you were still vulnerable. Like, what happens is, over the years, you once again become hardened. And then, especially for men, it's like that shield is like, kind of like the basis for how you operate with everyone, and it's like you can't lose anything by becoming softer. Like, that does not make you gay. And I think that want to be the problem. I think that's a problem. Like, people associate softness and vulnerability with homosexuality. And I'm like, what does that have to do with who you like to have sex with? Make it make sense. Like, it does not make sense to me, but it's a real thing. And so many of us women are like, man, I just would really enjoy it if this person could be open, if this person would be vulnerable, if this person would share with me. And he won't share with you because that's that gay shit. Like, okay, okay, sure, if you think so, if you feel like it, like I can't force you, but like I feel like that's one of the problems in this community and in our society is that we're going to continue to have some of these same issues we have because men are refusing to be vulnerable and soften, and then women have almost had to take this hardened masculine role, especially in my case as a single mom. Like I have had to do a lot of things that like I would not. Oh, that's my card for the week, Ace of Swords. um Things that I would not want to do. Like right now, I think the battery in my car went dead. Yesterday the neighbor came and charged it, but when I tried to turn the car on this morning to go to the bus stop, it did not want to turn on. And we have the Queen of Swords. So now I have to figure out how to deal with that, but like that's not my ideal. Like I don't necessarily want to be like, okay, don't let me work on this, but I don't really have a choice because I'm single. Oh, look at that Five of Pentacles coming out of there. Coming out of there. Okay, one more. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not a cat, better be quiet. Okay. So here's what I feel. Like I said, Ace of Swords is my overall card for this week. And then we've got the Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like we are definitely, like I already said, being asked to communicate more effectively. Now, here's the thing about the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords in reverse or at a lower vibration can be very also hard, like a bitch, But when she is in her proper vibration and she is, holding herself to where she ought to be, the Queen of Swords is vulnerable, open, honest, and knows what she's talking about, knows what she wants, and she doesn't hold back. And she doesn't have any issue walking away from something that doesn't serve her. So if you're in a relationship or if you know somebody or whatever the situation is, and you feel like, oh, I can't be open with this person because they'll judge me. If you choose to be vulnerable and open and you reach out and you speak and you say whatever you need to say, and they act cold with you, then do you really need to stay there? So like sometimes I feel like we are afraid to speak, be vulnerable, and do these things that we feel like we need to do, like saying, hey, this is me, this is my truth, I'm expressing myself, because we're afraid we're going to lose something or somebody. No, if you do lose something by speaking up or coming out, however you are, sensitive, soft, whatever, then the space is being created for what it is that's supposed to be there with you. So don't be afraid to lose what you don't need in order to get what it is that you deserve. you know like, don't be afraid to go inside. Don't be afraid to go inside, like inside where these pentacles are, to come out of the cold, coming in from the cold, like Bob Marley say. Like, it be your choice and your own refusal to turn and go in from the cold. Like, you have these, and I say you, I'm talking about in general, but it's like people get really attached to how they always were. If it was cold, hard, you can redefine yourself. You can redefine yourself with some softness. Like, it's okay. Like, we can't all just be, you can't be just one thing. You have to, in order for you to be at a true balance within yourself, you have to be in touch with your softness and in touch with that part of you that is like this Queen of Swords, where she's like, I ain't about to take no shit off of you. But you have to be able to use both energies. Everybody, men and women. You must. That's how you get the balance. And understanding that some people are heavier on one side than the other. And that is okay. That is okay. And once again, back to what I said already, that doesn't even make you gay. That's not what determines your sexuality. So please know that. Please know that. It is okay. Every time I talk about that, somebody leaves. I don't want to hear this shit. Yep. Tomorrow's card is the Lovers. Lovers. I'm excited about that. I like the Lovers card. I like the Lovers card. I guess I'm going to have to just look at the chart every day because I didn't do it. And I truly don't even have time to sit and write all of those messages out. But it was important to me to get the house clean and really like set that up because, you know, them kids be playing in my face. And I want my house to be clean. Like, and I'm allowed to have that kind of neuroses about my house. My fourth house is in Virgo, and so I want my house to be clean. Like, there's nothing wrong with me wanting that. Uh-oh. Fall into my arms. Oh my goodness. Surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Oh my goodness. That card always speaks to me about being in the receiving position because the divine wants to support you, but you don't realize that your refusal to be emotional and vulnerable and opening up that way also cuts you off from the divine being able to support you. It's not just romantic partners or people trying to bring you things in the physical. It is also divine support that you get when you put yourself in a receiving position. When you're like, I know I'm taken care of. I don't have to work too hard. I don't have to be too masculine. Do. Action, 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 action all the time. Sometimes I can just lean back. It's okay to lean back. It's all right to surrender. That is really the key. Open your heart. Open your heart. Trust. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. And so here's the thing. A lot of us, and I can't say that my mom was always like this because I think she does her best, but a lot of us didn't have supportive parents. So it becomes difficult to surrender and to trust because we didn't grow up being conditioned to trust. We grew up like, shit, I guess I'll go do it myself because I know this bitch ain't gonna do it for me. And sometimes we need to accept and acknowledge the fact that our parents probably did the best that they could, but you know, these people are still healing. Some of them never gonna heal, you know. So like you have to relearn, well, unlearn and relearn what it means to be a child so that you can be a child of the Most High, so that you can be a daughter or a son of the divine. And that means that you trust and believe that you'll be taken care of because that's what parents do, you know. And sometimes that takes a death and rebirth experience, my favorite thing, in order for you to get into that understanding and that mindset. Because you don't trust. You really honestly think everybody is untrustworthy and you have to do everything yourself. I could never count on that person. Like, if you keep saying that, you keep believing that, then that's going to be true. You belong to paradise. You belong to paradise and you deserve it. You deserve to be in paradise. You know how you get there? Surrender and trust the divine. That's when things start flowing. As soon as you allow your star to shine. Like when you start doing the thing that you were born to do, so many opportunities open up for you. Hallelujah. Come on, Ryan. Oh, this used to be one of my favorite karaoke songs. Yeah. Oh my God. They used to love it. I'm gonna have to do this one. I need somebody to come rap with me. So y'all can, whoever comes to rap can be Kanye West. Oh, I know. I'll send that to those brothers that used to come do it with me. That's gonna be fun. Patience. Come on, it's a virtue. Let's read it. I feel like I'm breezing through the cards today. Okay. This card indicates a time to stop and enjoy the present moment. Hallelujah. As nothing more can be done to achieve the outcome you desire. Rather than take action, you are being asked to evaluate your progress and clarify your dreams, which will help you manifest them sooner. This card also indicates a need to take your time and pace yourself instead of making hasty plans and decisions. Failure to do so could result in stress and disappointment. This is an opportunity to focus all your energy and attention on visualizing your dreams as opposed to pushing against the obstacles standing in your way. Damn, I just had this conversation literally 40 minutes ago. Surrender the outcome to the universe. Surrender again. Come on. Surrender the outcome to the universe and get on with living your life. Listen, allow things to come to fruition in divine order and timing. Stillness is the key to receiving clear and accurate guidance, and patience will help you attract the outcome you desire. Come on. Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. Your emotions and surrender is all you need. I love it. I'm so here for this. I'm here for it. Because, I mean, you guys, I know if y'all are actually paying attention to what I'm doing, probably not. But you all are really watching me practice these things that I'm talking about in real time. So, like, if you see me getting opportunity to do something, I work for that. I've been doing. And then finally, when I said, fuck it, I'm going to sit down somewhere, the divine says, okay, here you go. Good work. So it's not just your action. Like I said, sometimes it's you got to go sit down somewhere. And I was having a conversation, like I said, about 40 minutes ago, and we were talking about it. And I said, and I've talked about this publicly too, but it's like riding a bicycle. Your energy powers this bike. You power the bike. But the bike is connected to like a little container that houses your manifestation. And you don't see it pop until you take your feet off the pedals for a minute and you just sit there, because the energy has to travel from the bike to the container, but it never releases until you stop pedaling. So that is really surrender. Okay, I'm about to stop getting in the way of this, because that's what we don't realize, that we are in the fucking way a lot of time, because we're trying so hard, we're doing so much. And like I said before, we're in that masculine energy so much that we, and a lot of y'all, like I say, a lot of y'all men, but women too, because I struggled with this, have a difficulty being in the feminine space of surrender and receiving. But you cannot manifest without both energies. So yes, you have to be doing, but you also have to take your hand off of it too, because you can't do what the unseen is going to do. You have no idea. you're not able to even comprehend the greatness and the ability of the divine. That's why we call it co-creation, because you do your thing where you can see what you're doing, you focus, you watch your energy, you take action, you reach out to the people that you need to be reaching out to, you show up for the opportunities that you need to show up to, and you let them do what they do, whether it be your ancestors, angels, guides, just God, Jesus, whoever you talk to. Give them an opportunity to help you. Give them the opportunity to help you. Go sit down somewhere every now and again. Somebody left. Somebody left. They were like, leave me alone, Sheba. I'm sorry. I just have to say the things. I'd have to say it. Like when it's coming out, I'm not going to keep controlling myself because y'all don't want to hear it. Like that's another thing that I had to stop doing. Like I would want to say things in readings like this, and I would be like, maybe I shouldn't say that. No, I'm going to talk because it's not really me. It's me. I'm channeling the words. Like I'm saying what needs to be said. So if I say something that triggers you, then it needed to be said. I might not even remember what I said when I finished the video. I'd be having to go back. And sometimes I'm like, oh shit, that was heavy. Because like I said, the messages are for me too. So if I hear something that hits me, I'm like, damn. But I allow myself to be an open channel for the communication of the divine. Finally, this girl is on fire. My baby's favorite song. We got 4 of Pentacles. Oh my God. My son's so cute. So I'm gonna fix the camera. I just want y'all to see the cards instead of my face because I don't want to be a distraction. Okay. All right. Here's the card. A demon presses on the door while an angel struggles to keep it outside. The door has already been knocked off its hinge. The angel presses hard against the door but is losing ground. This book stresses me out sometimes because I'm like, who edited this? This does not say losing. It says loosing. And here's my thing about grammar and spelling. Like, I mean, I've gotten a lot more loose about like punctuation and stuff like that. And like, I understand not everybody has the same level of understanding. But when it comes to spelling certain words, like you change the meaning of the sentence if the words are misspelled. Like, that's why it's really important to check that because loosing and losing are not the same damn word. Okay, anyway. 4 symbols hang on the wall around the door, acting as wards. Okay, the angel has a huge challenge ahead of him. Will he be able to keep the gray demon out of his room, or will his energy fail him? He presses against the board in a way that suggests that he is conserving his energy. The discs on the wall contain symbols of balance, longevity, and desire. This card suggests that we must defend ourselves from the things that we want to take away what we have. Holding on tightly, using the right resources, and power struggle. Yeah. But I feel like when I see this card, especially in what I'm talking about, what I feel is this fella, this angel inside here, that's the demon. Okay, hold on. This one. Wait, shit. Okay, this one right here is trying to keep this one out, right? But I feel like he's not going to be able to do that by himself. He's probably going to have to go ahead and ask for help. So, like I said in the very beginning, your emotions are magic. They activate the power of your prayers. So when you are in those emotional positions and you feel overwhelmed, that is when you ask for help and surrender. That is the moment that you say, I need help. and you surrender. And there are things that you do have to do. Like, you have to be grateful for the support coming through, and you have to be in a space of blind faith that the divine is going to support you and that the prayers that you're praying are being heard. Like, you cannot question it. Are you hearing me? Like, are you hearing me? I feel like I was talking about this other day, but my son was saying, he felt like, God was not hearing him, but that's not true. You being heard, but you gotta bust it wide open, bring them tears out, expose your heart. They already know what's in there. They're waiting for you to get to the point where you're like, I can't do this by myself anymore. I need you. I need you. That's all they want, is for you to come to them, and they will help you. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm about to get out of here and go work on my to-do list because I have a plethora of things to do. But I'm glad I was able to come on here. And I'm going to just leave you with this. Open up. Okay. Open up. Allow your heart to explode and spill open the pain, the emotion, the feeling, the desires, whatever it is, put it out there. Okay. Whether you got to tell it to a person or you have to pray it, you just need you need to add your heart. Okay. Because that's what's missing. All right. So I'll see you later. And don't be a self-hater. Okay. Bye-bye.